we'll be silly.
No.
I'm happy to be silly.
Yeah.
Dean, I don't give a flying flip if it's Dylan Moore. You sit your ass at the Shabbos table till 10 o'clock and then you can go do your thing. Ben Key, you can choose anything.
Yeah.
I know.
No, we need a forward.
We need a forward.
I might wait, hold on, I'm not talking. Ben Keys.
Yeah.
What? Why?
I've actually heard the only thing less likely than a North Melbourne win is Chase making a sale at work.
What's that? Max?
Backs. Yeah.
Mids, forwards.
Harry? Ooh, Adams, 89.
Welcome back to Dos and Toss Season 5, Episode 21. Speaking of 21, Dean, you're turning 21 tomorrow.
Oh, true.
And as most listeners will probably be listening tomorrow, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Happy birthday, Dean.
Happy birthday, Dean. May as well just jump straight to it. Happy birthday, Dean. How will it feel?
How will it feel? Probably no different. Maybe just bit of reflection on my previous 21 years and some gratitude and, yeah, I don't know.
Looks like he's still going to be monotone going into 21 years, so that's not going to change.
Well, speaking of monotone, we're going to do some reflection of our predictions from our first episode this season, and I was clipping up like the audio from the episode, and boy oh boy, you should say thank you to the surgeon that did your nose.
Really?
Yeah. It's been a big improvement. So looking back on that episode,
I wonder if it's changed for the listeners as well. I hope it has. But
yeah,
you always do this to me. You throw to me early, like straight off the bat. Welcome back to Dos and Toss, Season 2, Episode 3. Dean, your thoughts. And I've just got no idea what to say. I feel like I get on a roll once you've said your monologue or something. So it's tough straight off the bat. Like, I don't know. How do you feel being 21?
well,
Put you under the spotlight.
I actually mozzed myself because I kind of like made a joke
What?
when
You got to 21.
No. Like I jinxed myself. When I got to 21, I was like, people would ask, how you feeling? I was like, oh yeah, like got a sore back, got a sore whatever. And then I actually hurt my back last week. So yeah, I don't feel that much different, but it's, birthdays are an interesting thing, I don't really care that much, but your family likes to celebrate, and I think maybe we should acknowledge the milestone of every year.
Acknowledge it how?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just go back to footy here. So big weekend of footy, the biggest finish, and the Dogs choked. I mean, a couple of us predicted it on the podcast, but I don't know what to say. Like, it's unlucky on one hand, but on the other, it's like you're 2-7, I think, against top 9 teams. So you have to beat the best to be the best, and ultimately they weren't.
Yeah, Dogs getting lazy, as you just said. 2-7 against the top 9. What did you say, top 9?
Top 9.
Yeah, so they're getting lazy, and I'm starting to think I can see the same in the episode 21 run sheet. You've written, do Dogs train?
Yep.
That's crazy.
I didn't write that. Actually,
Was it
Dean
Dean?
did.
I did, and it doesn't refer to the previous 21 weeks. It's about this coming Tuesday. So obviously they'll get today off. Do they train on Tuesday with the possibility in some universe that Essendon beat Gold Coast and the Dogs make final?
Yes, I would say they do train.
Can confirm they do. Actually, Harry asked Riley Sanders, and he said they have main training on Tuesday.
Yeah,
Was
but
Harry just as curious or something?
Well, I was talking about it with him yesterday when watching the footy, and he messaged Riley Sanders after the game, and he said that they're training.
There you go, Dean.
But imagine
quick answer.
Yeah, I know, but imagine the vibes of that training session.
Yeah, it'd be weird, hey?
More than just weird. I don't think any team's really experienced that. They're basically in purgatory, knowing that their season's over, but everyone's got to come to training. Like
That would happen in the NBA a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
What
do
were
you
they
mean?
train?
Well, because it's usually very tight, the top 8, especially with play-in, and the schedule's all at different times throughout the week. So you are waiting to see what the final schedule will be, but you still have to train every second to third day.
I
But
guess.
I don't know, not like this. I feel like
Why?
one in the NBA,
But
they actually don't train that much because of how much they play.
if their season's done and they're going into playoffs, it's the exact same thing. And you're still waiting for the season
But
to be
it'd
done.
be like one day, so you just watch that game and then...
Sometimes it's 2 to 3.
I don't know. This is really odd. Like, I want to see.
Should
Who
we go
was
to
it?
training?
Yeah, Sam
See the vibes?
Naismith. Did you see that?
Yeah.
The spy
Yeah.
last week.
I didn't.
He went to the
Oh
to
yeah,
Whitney
so,
Oval.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like if you're gonna spy, you don't send your 206
Yeah.
centimeter ruck coach.
Well, hey, it worked. It worked.
Did it?
I think so.
Well,
So,
they won, but
I don't know if you listened to Kane and King this morning. Did you?
I did.
I think they were talking about.
Fireball.
They were saying that the Dogs. Actually, no, it was actually Josh Gabbage who said this. That you have to be out of the club by the Wednesday after you finish the season. But obviously they can't do that. So I don't know, like, what their exit meetings would be, like how they would have to do their exit meetings. They'd have to wait until after they miss finals. So it's a real long week for some of those fringe players who are not sure if they're going to get contracts or not.
Mm.
Do you reckon they have an exit meeting for their exit meeting?
What? Like, what do you mean?
What? Hey, what about if one player on their Tuesday they do main training just absolutely tears it up, like 10
What if
goals in match
Sanders,
sim.
like he got
No,
dropped?
He has a contract for next year.
Yeah,
Like I'm talking about an uncontracted player. Let's just say, I don't know, Artie
Buku.
Jones. He was good on the weekend though.
Maybe.
Yeah, Buku maybe. Like absolutely tears it up. Takes 5 speckies, 6 goals, all from outside 50. Like, you reckon doesn't
I
even?
think conversations will need to be had there, and the exit meeting might shift.
It's so weird. Like the vibes of that session would be crazy. But yeah, let's probably move on and talk about the
alright.
footy.
Brodie, you said it for many years on the Gold Coast Suns that they are
What was it? They're a tease.
tease.
They're a tease.
They
The
got
pressure's on, hey?
Yeah.
Mate, they've been teasing us for years now, and this was the ultimate tease. You know, they really started the season strong, and then as I had predicted, they fell off a bit, and now they're battling for the number 8 position.
Yeah.
So they've got Essendon. If you're in Essendon's position, you're going to do everything you can to stop Gold Coast from winning. You know, it's definitely not a nothing game for them. But do they get any players back this week, Essendon?
Ooh, Caldwell. Caldwell has not been seasoned on the injury list for a long time.
Would
So-
you play him though?
Oh, you shouldn't. But
Why
like,
not?
I don't know. I mean, if he wants to play and he's fit, I think he
Yeah.
plays. Like, I mean, why not? I'm not sure about.
Like re-injury.
Mackay? Yeah,
last
obviously
game anyway.
re-injury, but you know, if you're fit,
There's no fantasy. He's a bit of a merchant.
yeah. Well, with no fantasy, there's probably no point playing. But you like, surely the Suns can't lose this at home against Essendon.
It would be crazy.
I said 95% chance. Dean said 99.9.
Yeah.
What?
Well, what do you think the chances are of Gold Coast winning?
You think there's a 99.9% chance of them winning?
99.0.
No, that's crazy.
If you
I'd say like
simulated
65, 70%.
what?
I reckon the pressure's gotten to them.
It's Essendon.
It's a-
they have like
doesn't
15
matter
NPCs
though,
in their
like-
team.
I
They
don't
do.
know. I feel like Gold Coast will find a way, but to say 99.9% is crazy.
Gee, if that Gold Coast lose, I reckon they fold.
Yeah.
I reckon
okay,
that's all she
yeah.
wrote.
I don't think.
I'd rather have the
You're not-
academies.
if Gold
Pick it up.
Coast lose, I don't think a crazier thing has happened.
Really? You don't think a crazy thing has happened?
Like, I genuinely think it
big
should
statement.
be a 99% chance of them.
Oh, I definitely think crazier things have happened than Gold Coast losing to Essendon. Like,
No.
you're saying it would be the biggest upset ever, or just the choke of them not playing finals?
biggest choke ever. You compound that with the loss to GWS, Port Adelaide, and then Essendon. Like, top 4 was set up for these guys.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, like, there was nothing more predictable than Port Adelaide winning that game. Playing for Ken and Boak, like, they were always going to win that game, even with, like, 3 or 4 first gamers or second gamers. They just, like, as soon as Ken, like I said earlier in the year, the top 3 teams was Collingwood, St Kilda once every 3 weeks, and Port Adelaide when Ken Hinkley's about to get sacked.
Yeah.
So,
Did you hear his press conference?
yeah.
It's very unhinged.
Yeah, we could be. It had nothing to lose
Yeah.
in his last game.
Dean, the Hawks in Brisbane yesterday, 7:20 on a Sunday, finishing your weekend, and didn't quite go as planned, and now you're in an elimination final next week.
Yeah, I thought we played well, just couldn't get it done, which is what I thought would happen going into the match. I think our system really stacks up, but we're probably 2 players away and not going to make the injury excuse because they also had outs, but Weddle and Day would have been handy. Not much to say. I thought Brisbane were probably the better team. Like, they kicked 8 behinds to start the match. But, yeah, we needed to win one of the Freo Adelaide games where we were leading 3/4 time. But I think you take top 8 with 16 wins. If you said that at the start of the season, that's where this team should be. Thought last year we overachieved. This year's where we should be. And then I think next year's where we're really going into every game thinking we're a proper contender for the premiership.
What does Shag think? Still think you can win the premiership this year?
Didn't speak to him. So
Yeah, haven't seen Shag.
Shag.
Didn't see Shag.
No.
Oh, actually, no. Yes,
Oh,
we
Saturday.
did. Sorry,
Saturday, that was
I
good.
thought you were talking about the Hawthorn Brisbane.
Yeah, we are.
we were, but yeah, Shag actually was. It was with Shag, but I don't remember if he said anything about this game.
No, our chat was actually popping off a bit. Probably the most it has for any game this year.
Really, not happy
Yeah,
with the
not
Amon
hap-
call.
Not happy with the Amon call at all.
See, I thought it was actually fair enough because I was like, Amon, no pressure. This is a very skilled player. And he just had a very sheepish face. He had a very sheepish look on his face after he did it.
What do you mean sheepish?
Like, he you could tell he was trying to disguise it. I just think he handballed it directly like out of bounds. I know there was a player there, but I think he intentionally hit it over the line.
Well, it's the inconsistency because a minute before Harris Andrews did the exact same thing for a no call. And then to me, it was just a skill error. Big change of momentum, but obviously the game as a whole, there would be many umpiring mistakes, but we just pinpoint the one at the end of the game. That's not what I was saying last night. I was pretty furious. But he's right on the boundary line. There's clearly pressure. Also,
Nah, there
not
wasn't
just
enough
not
pressure.
just physical pressure, but mental pressure in the game. Fourth quarter, end of the game. There's a player right there. You don't call that. It's the umpire inserting themselves into the game. That's not what the deliberate rule's there for. If there's a player right there on the boundary line.
I think it's line ball, but I think he did not try to keep that ball in. He intentionally hit it.
It literally went like a meter away from the player.
In fact, I think if it was a genuine skill error, he would have apologized. As soon as he did it, he kind of just turned around and tried to like act as nothing happened. It was very guilty.
That's not what the call's based off. The call's based off is the action, not
I think the action was
what
it was
Amon's
deliberate.
doing after he handballs it.
What about the Bruce Reveal finish for the first time since we saw him at the since we've seen it at the airport a couple of years ago?
It was last year.
It was last
A couple
year.
of years ago. He wasn't even in the league a couple of years
It
ago.
does feel like he's been gone for years.
Yeah, like he missed out on the premiership, but could we see a Bruce
Brisbane,
Reveal?
they just
Chase really glazes his niche players every year in fantasy.
Jimmy Tunstall as well with the clutch mark at the end.
Yeah, they are scary. Like Sam Marshall was so good. Jasper Fletcher's been a star this year. Even their young guy who replaced Hipwood, Ty Gallup.
Ooh,
there it is again.
is. Bing bong. Clip
Second
it.
week in a
Clip it.
row. Too much talking at work. And
Yeah, well,
Spicer wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on the phones making sales.
So you add all these guys to their system, and then you've got your guns in McCluggage, Rayner, and Dunkley, who just open the game apart, and they're very scary. Like that's a dynasty right there.
Well, they will be.
I think
They will be for a while because I mean,
both Ashcrofts,
yes, the Ashcrofts are young.
Lance. I was going to say Lance Morris.
Logan Morris.
Logan Morris.
Yep. And then you've got Marshall and Jasper Fletcher as well, who are young. And then you've got the kid in the draft, the Daniel somebody, Annabelle. I think Daniel Annabelle, who's like going to go top 3. Brisbane are just going to get. Yeah. And then they get Oscar Allen and maybe Sam Draper as well. So I'm not sure how they keep all these guys in the long term, but in terms of the short term, they're going to be scary and they're not going to be getting worse. So, yep, I think if you want to win a flag, you're going to have to beat the Brisbane Lions.
Did anyone else find was it Thursday or Friday night Carlton?
Thursday night,
night.
Carlton Essendon, yep.
De Koning's speech a bit odd? I understand it's a 100th game, but I don't think that's common for a player in their 100th game to give a speech after the game and basically give a farewell send-off. Like, he really addressed an elephant in the room. I just found that odd.
I think it's the worst kept secret in footy right now is that he's going to leave.
Yeah.
And can I be honest though, I feel bad for him. Like I generally feel bad for him. I think he's actually dealt with it really well. Yeah. I think like it's really difficult being in that situation. There's not much you can really say without it being a headline. So I think the way he's gone about it, it's a business at the end of the day. Like, how are you going to leave that much money on the table to stay at Carlton?
I know, but I understand it was the last game at all, but I just feel like you don't bring that stuff up, especially in the rooms.
I thought it was somewhat respectful.
Yeah, it was. It was just, I just found it odd.
Because you're never going to be in that situation where you can thank everyone.
It's just not something you say.
Alternatively, would you rather a player with a few weeks to go come out and say, I'm going to St Kilda? Would you rather it just
play
be...
through the season, you keep it with you and your manager and maybe your family.
Yeah, but let's look at that. Let's imagine he comes out.
No, you focus on the season and what you're playing for during the season, even if you're not making finals.
I know, but then there would be no headlines. It wouldn't be as much a distraction if with 4 weeks to go he said, look, boys, I'm going to St Kilda. You all know I was going to go. I'm going to do it at the end of the year. Still love playing with you, and I'll give it my all for the next 4 weeks.
Nah, I just don't think you do that.
I think you can definitely do that. Luke Jackson did that.
I just think it's pretty odd. As a teammate, I'd feel pretty awkward about it.
It would, but would it stop the media speculating as much and all that?
You don't come out to the media and say it.
No, I don't think it would stop this media. I think it would make it worse.
I don't know. It's interesting. It's a kind of a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, which is why now no one really wants him in the situation. So if you have a year left in your contract, you often sign the extension, which is, well, Zach Butters is going to go into next year in that predicament, and Harley Reid as well, which is why he probably will either be traded or signed this year.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because it's so awkward, like being in that position where your teammates think, oh, gee, like he's going to leave at the end of the year, and you get all the media attention, which I just don't think is. It's unlucky. It's probably fair because it's a story, but it's
probably
unlucky.
Impacted his playing as well a bit.
Yeah,
his form dropped off.
How about Toby Green's last minute against the Saints? What got them into a home final?
Bit of the Nazai Wanganeen Miller a minute against Melbourne about it.
Bit of.
Unbelievable. That's just the captain putting the boys on his back and saying, I got this.
Bit of a reminder from Toby. Like, it's been relatively quiet this year, and he's got obviously very high standards, top 5 in the league type standards, but it's those moments that define you as a player, and when it's all said and done, those are the type of moments you look at. He missed the snap, but then to go back with the flight and take that mark, gee, that's incredible, and that's the type of player you want to play with in finals.
Yeah, and they're missing key players in Buckley, Hogan, and I think the biggest of them all, Brent Daniels, not in stature, but in impact. Good one. And it just reminds you that they've got Toby Green. Like, if you've got Toby Green, you can win the game, I reckon. He's that sort of player in finals.
Stiglitz getting another mention each week.
Yeah, another week, another Stiglitz mention.
You know it's something big when Dean brings out his phone.
Yeah, he's got some preparation.
Paragraph and a half.
He has sent me a paragraph, which he articulated
go.
to me on Friday night at the Shabbos table. You know it's going to be interesting when he starts off with, I've got the funniest story ever. And he can talk. So let's just say Vassing our hands was tough for him.
Okay.
Niche reference there. Brodie, did you get it?
I didn't actually get it.
What did you say?
Can't talk when you...
yes. Yep. Not sure many on the pod will get it. But yeah, go on.
So I was on camp and we weren't supposed to have phones, but everyone brought them. At around 12:30 in the... Should I set the scene a bit before I read the message? So
have
he's
some oomph as well when you say it. You're 21 when this comes out, so give us some expression. Add a few pauses. Go high with the voice. Go low with the voice.
All right. I will.
Really set the scene.
First time reading it as well, so that will be a challenge. So he went on camp for a few days, bilingual camp, and Zach actually went up for a day to meet him and did tell me what happened. So I'll read the message. So am I reading it in his voice? What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
So
You're telling a story.
So I was on camp and we weren't supposed to have phones, but everyone brought them. At around 12:30 in the morning, everyone was messaging that someone's phone was taken. Everyone knew that the teachers were outside, but I'm a bit bored around 1 a.m, so I put on Dos and Toss because I have to get my listen in. Everyone else in my cabin was talking, so I put it a little bit too loud, and then the teachers walked in. She said, "Phone, please." By the way, this is Maura Alana, who you two
Yep.
have had. I didn't
been
have.
She should be a fan, but she's not.
So you can imagine her voice saying, "Phone, please." But everyone just stayed silent. She said if no one said anything, we would all be getting emails home. Everyone just stayed silent again. In the morning, I went to her and said that it was me, but she said it was fine and that I could keep my phone and I didn't get an email home. So that's the
Sticks.
story. You have Benji in his bunk listening to Dos and Toss on camp,
Yeah, wow.
and teacher's gone and busted him.
I feel like, wait, did he send me this? Or I think he may have sent this to me. Nah, but
Wasn't it
somebody
Zach?
else. Oh, my cousin Coco, who may have been on camp with Benji, said that, someone got their phone taken away for listening to Dos and Toss. So that's very funny. But yeah, sorry.
Keep
if we
on keeping
caused-
on. Nah, I'm all for it.
What do you have to say to
Rule
Maura
breakers.
Alana?
Well, Maura Alana, like, she's real OG, and for her to almost betray us like that, it really does hurt.
That was Chase and Brodie Origins. Genuinely.
It was the Vet Hebrew Cert 1. Or actually Cert 2.
That's what led to the whole.
Yeah.
Say Maura Alana walked so
Dosso Sher
Dosso
could
Sher
run.
could
Yeah.
run.
You could
That's
almost say that.
You know, if she failed us, there wouldn't have been any Dos and Toss. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yep. Let's not be silly, Maura Alana, but we will go into Let's Not Be Silly. Dean.
The phone comes out again. Must be something.
No, I actually, it was just to
The
remember
forbidden notes document.
it's just to remember my topic. That is, let's not be silly. Let's keep increasing the soft cap. So
Okay.
next year, the soft cap took a big hit in COVID and hasn't really been increased since. And the soft cap encompasses assistant coaches, footy trips, and other like administration stuff. But for me, I used to always see Hawthorn go and do Kokoda. Like Sam Mitchell mentions, they did it 3 times in his playing days. Scott Pendlebury, I was listening to a podcast, mentioned how he went to South Africa or some trip away, like in his second year with the boys. And obviously seeing Harry like just go to Gold Coast. And when I say just go to Gold Coast, like not doing these overseas trips where you really get to build connections through physical exercise and hikes and altitude training. I think that's something all players should have access to in 2026 next year as an elite athlete in the AFL. And secondly, I think we don't want to lose these good footy minds to the media. So you look at Callan Ward, Travis Boak, they both, to me, seem like guys who would be more suited to an assistant coaching role than a like media personality. And Nathan Fife as well, maybe he could be a bit more media. But Luke Hodge talks about it, the comfortability you get as a media person in terms of salary but also time compared to an assistant coach who's not getting paid more but is putting in extra hours and hours of work. I think we got to keep increasing the soft cap so we can have all the footy minds staying in footy.
Yeah.
And it is increasing by 750,000 next year and the year after 350,000. So
Still think there's ways to go. Yeah, I mean, it's talked about that we aren't getting quality coaches because, especially assistant coaches, because of, like you said, the comfortability of going into the media. So it's definitely something that needs to be, it needs to be looked at.
And not just going into the media, if they're trying to look for jobs elsewhere, I think footy should be a great pathway for some of these guys.
Yes. Brodie, not happy with Rankin or maybe the attention on Rankin?
Mine's a double. So it's a let's not be silly to Rankin and Mitch Cleary. I think a lot of AFL players are, they tend to cop a lot of shit from the media and journalists, and the journalists don't seem to cop the same amount of shit for their outrageous takes and comments. Oh, not this one. Mitch Cleary posted on Channel 7 an article, Isaac Rankin flees the country in wake of 4-match AFL ban. Flees. The word flee, as if he's a convicted felon. I've never heard of that before. So, poor use of word. Makes him look like he's a horrible person to society. And then to Rankin and Adelaide. I think this is a cop-out. We saw it with Bailey Smith last year, where he went to Europe during the middle of the year. These guys are professional athletes. I understand he's been banned, but there's still ways to contribute to your team. We saw it with Raul in his first season. He was on the bench with a notepad, still talking to players, being a leader, being the type of teammate that other players want to be around. And I think these guys just get a get out of jail free card to go to Italy. And it was a rumor that he's going for 7 days as well. It takes 24 hours to get to Italy, 24 hours to get home. So that's 2 days of travel time to go for 7 days. Makes no sense. If you're going to send him somewhere, send him to Gold Coast or send him somewhere more local where it's also easier to manage him and understand what he's getting up to. And the way, obviously, you can say this is silly comparing it to the average person in society, but just imagine a 9-to-5er getting in trouble from HR for derogatory comments made in the office, and they've been told they can, go work at home online for a week and a half, but, it's fine if you go to Europe. It's fine if you leave the state as well to go do it. So I think it's poor, and I think that the clubs are just too lenient on their players. I don't think it's good enough.
Yeah, fair enough. I didn't really think about it when you put it like that yes, like the average person wouldn't be punished for something like this and not rewarded in a sense. Like, I understand he's missing games, but yeah, to go to Europe it's not the worst thing in the world.
Cop out.
Yeah.
Well, let's flip it. What if his presence at the club would cause too much of a distraction around the whole club for their first finals in 8 years? No matter where Rankin is in Adelaide, even if he's not at the club, even if he's in Gold Coast,
I think that's another cop out. No one in the club is finding him a distraction. He's one of the best players in the team there. I'm sure all the players would agree that having him there and having him motivate the players and being there as moral support would pay dividends rather than him fleeing the country, quote unquote.
No, but it would just be him being there. All the journos would try doorstop him on the way. They'd write more articles, more noise.
Nah, when you're on the field at training, there's no way the journos can actually get onto the field that close to you.
They'd line up next to his
side.
car. They'd doorstop him as soon as he left his house, I reckon. He's that big right now.
They probably would.
Look at the person.
I don't think it would be a distraction for the players, to be honest.
Chase?
I don't think it'd be much of a distraction for the players, but I don't mind, like, they have a week off anyway. I don't mind him. Yeah, maybe Europe's a bit excessive. Going to like a Thailand or a Bali or something like that probably would have been a better look.
I just think that the connotations with going to Bali would have been very different compared to Europe.
Yeah, but why though?
Just because of past experiences in Bali with
it's the same,
AFL players.
Same shit, different bucket, honestly.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's a cop-out, because if it was Degoe, no one would have liked it. But
I don't know. I think it's a really hard one to judge without being in his shoes, what it would feel like.
I just think...
At the end of the day, he has made a mistake. He's owned the mistake. And for everyone to keep...
Has he, though? He used a mental health excuse to try and get out of it.
He's owned it. I think he called Collingwood or Quainer or
yeah, that's a PR stunt by the team. He said it 3 times. I just think it's soft by Adelaide and whoever allowed him to go. And if I was in that position, I would have said, no, you serve your time. You're in the wrong. You don't get to go on a holiday in this situation. You pay the 4 weeks. You get around your teammates. You train hard, and we manage you, and we make sure that you're fit if need be for the grand final.
Yep. No, I I'll sit on the fence.
Sit on the fence.
Yeah, just
Well,
because.
won't he just stay in Europe if they win?
Yeah, true. If he wins, he's done.
Dean, you're a big advocate for this, that you think the AFL's gone soft. Do you not think this is a perfect example of going soft and just letting your players roam free?
I like,
As a mental health-
what you did there because he did go to Rome. But
Well, we don't know if we went to... Well, yes, he would have had to go to Rome.
I
actually.
stand by that it's too hard to judge because you actually don't know what he'd be going through. Like, it genuinely could be to the point where he needs time off because, to me, I don't think what he did is warrants all of this attention. Like,
I'm
a week later... And it's not his fault that the AFL... Well, it is. But it's not indirectly that the AFL have changed his suspension and that everyone's more amped up about his story. Like, he said the same word that a few other players have said, and he copped his whack. And it's Adelaide's right to go and back him up.
You agree that...
Not back him up, but to go into bat for him and fight to get his suspension lowered.
You agree that this situation would have died down for him after a week or two, like it did for Power, correct?
Yeah.
And then him going overseas has just made him more relevant.
We're
talking about it right now. We
Yeah,
would be
but
talking about him right now if it wasn't for the...
I still think his impact at the club wouldn't be helpful towards the team. I think him standing there or being around training would have too many headlines at the moment, just because of what happened with the story and everything going on. Like, everyone's having a say. Everyone's putting out an article and whatnot.
I just think it's for that week and a half. That's it. It wouldn't get talked about after the week break going into finals, in my opinion.
Let's move on. But it's a very healthy discussion. Quick, let's not be silly, and I hate to defend this club, but I think let's not be silly AFL, Geelong should have at least one home final. It's very difficult to finish in the top two or get a home final, regardless of where you are. And Geelong should be rewarded, given they play an interstate team with a home final. If it was Brisbane with the home final, that is a massive advantage playing at the Gabba. And Geelong have earned the right to play a home final, given their ladder finish. And it shouldn't come down to commercial factors that they have to play at the MCG. They should at least get one. So I'm very disappointed. I think for the fairness of the competition, it should be at the G. But then I guess your counter argument could be, if the Dogs or St Kilda or North, should they get a home final at Marvel? Because they don't play at the MCG that much.
What would you say?
I would say Marvel's shit. So no.
You'd say no, though?
I mean, I guess, yeah. Am I contradicting myself by saying no?
I think so.
It's a form of contradiction, but I can understand. It's a bias. It's a bias to say that Marvel is no good, which I agree, it is no good. But
if you're Geelong, though, at the end of the day, you have to win on the MCG anyway.
Yeah, and it's all the work. They don't mind playing at the MCG, I'm sure. Yeah. They play there at least 5 times a year, I reckon.
It is definitely more convenient for them to play.
Maybe it is something that should be looked at now that their stadium's completely renovated and the seat capacity would have increased a lot.
To what? Do we know to what?
40,000, I think. Which Marvel's 60, so
40's not enough.
It's
50
not.
50 is a topic of discussion.
Aren't.
40 is not.
Yeah,
enough.
I think that they'd be losing out on so much money.
Yeah. All right. All Australian is Thursday night, I believe.
Yes.
Is that correct? So the squad will come out literally, potentially now. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but very soon. Now, I've put together a team, but I'm sure there's going to be some disagreements. So let's just work our way in the back line, and we'll try to put the team together. So I've got my 3 keys in the back line as Wilkie, Harris Andrews, and Josh Worrell. Any disagreements?
I don't think so. Who else were you tossing up between?
No one really. I don't think there was anyone else. Potentially somebody else, but I've actually got him on my bench. All right, half back line: Lockie Ash, Nazaya Wangani-Malira, and Max Holmes. Does Max Holmes make your team? Dean?
He does. Has he played a lot at half-back this year, though?
Yeah, he has.
Enough?
He's taking
Okay.
kick-outs. He's very, like, back half player. I think you can definitely put him at half-back. And I didn't actually initially have him in my team, but when I revised, I had a look at the coaches' votes, and I think he was in the top 10. Or
Yeah,
maybe, like, top 6.
I'd find a way to put Vlosten in there.
I've got him on my bench.
Oh, okay.
So he's my 7th defender.
Yeah, happy with Ash. Wilkie probably makes it. Harris Andrews would be the pick of the key backs. But
Worrell?
your half back line were all like runners.
That's how it's positioned. Like, I know when they, like, you make your lineups, you kind of put a key in each line. But when they are positioned, and when the game starts in the 6-6-6, you've got your 3 kind of lockdown keys.
Yeah, okay.
And then your 3 runners. So I don't know why.
Do positions even matter in the All-Australian?
Well,
games
not
then?
really, and that'll lead on to my centre line, which is Hugh McCluggage, Jordan Dawson, and Ed Richards. I just don't think, like, I understand you should pick wingers, but there's no wingers that should make it over Ed Richards and McCluggage, to be honest. Like, I don't know even who you could put Max Holmes there, I guess.
I don't know, Dempsey, but we've seen when wingers have had a great season, like when Dacos was on the wing and Massimo last year,
Errol.
Ed Langdon. I don't think we've seen that this year.
Yeah.
So if some of those guys couldn't even get an All-Australian gig, I don't think anyone this year should.
I mean, you will see who is snubbed from the team at the end. So half forwards, again, out of position players, but you just have to include these guys. Marcus Bontempelli, Jeremy Cameron, and Bailey Smith. Do you have all those guys in your team?
Yeah.
And then full forward. Keziah Pickett, Riley Thilthorpe, and Ben King. Pending 3+ goals from Ben King against Essendon.
No Elliot?
I haven't got Jamie Elliott, but I'm willing to have a conversation there.
So you're telling me if Ben King kicks 3+ goals against the worst team in the comp, he's All-Australian?
I think he hasn't a game in hand, so he deserves that.
How
he
should
deserves
that decide?
because he would have more goals than Jack Gunston.
But it shouldn't just be about goals. Gunston has more assists. I think he's had a greater impact. I think King stays towards the goals more and gets on the end of chains, whereas Gunston's a lead-up positional player who has made a greater difference to his side than Ben King does.
Okay, and I think it's between King, Elliott, and Jack Gunston as last forward.
Right.
Yeah.
Most like Thilthorpe's
Or maybe a
lot.
Luke Jackson, but I
Sam
don't think
Darcy,
so.
a chance?
I would have. It would be Sam Darcy if he's eligible. So I'm pretty sure he's not eligible because you have to play 75%. But I definitely would have Sam Darcy there if possible. All right, we can have a think about that one. Followers, I don't think there's any. Actually, there is some debate here. Max Gawn, Noah Anderson, and Nick Dacos.
Cherry?
I don't have Cherry in the team.
Grundy?
I have Grundy on the bench.
Wow, some mids are going to miss if you've got Grundy and Boston on the bench.
I've got 2 more mids. And I've put them on the wing and half forward. So I've put as many as I can in. So if you're picking 2 rucks out of the 3, I think it's Grundy and Gawn.
Is it Grundy?
I think it's Grundy. Sherry's been good, like he's been great, but
Do you think
I
the
just think Gawn and
suspension
Grundy.
hurts?
Yes, and I think Gawn and Grundy have just been better. Like, I'm sorry.
Cherry, did you see his tackling?
Yeah, but I don't really like. I think Gawn as a package is better than that, and I just think Grundy's form in the back half of the year is impossible to ignore. And watching it against West Coast, like that third quarter when he just put it down Gordon, Warner, and Heaney's throat with like, I know it's against Flynn and Bailey Williams, but his tap work, I think those two over Sherry, to be honest.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of Gawn as well, so I've always had a soft spot.
And then so on my bench, Grundy, Zach Butters, Matt Rowell, and Nick Vlosten.
I don't think Butters.
Really?
You don't have Bont in it?
I do, half forward.
Oh, sorry.
I don't have Sarong. I don't have Merritt.
I think Merritt misses out, but
You don't have Elliot?
I don't have Elliot, but I might have Elliot. I don't know
Merritt
what I
misses
want.
out just because he played out of position,
Yeah.
which is a shame.
Yes.
I would have Sarong over Butters.
Okay. And what about Josh Dacos? Would you put him in at halfback instead of maybe a Max Holmes or an Eddie Richards?
No, I think he misses to me.
And anybody else?
I'm just having a look.
It's probably out of those guys. Heaney? Does Heaney make it?
Oh, he's had a great second half of the year.
Yeah.
He's had some massive games, like 5 goals, 30 touches. I'm trying to look who you'd put him in for. I don't think a backman makes his way.
Yeah, I mean, you could have instead of Loston, Josh Dacos.
I think one of Loston or Worrell might. I think you're going to have to pick 3 out of the Wilkie, Andrews, Worrell, Loston.
Okay, interesting. All right, we'll leave it there. Send us in. Quick from the fans, had a couple questions, so I will read them. We had Alon who asked, who would you pick, out of all the retirees, who would you pick in their prime? I don't think this is much of a debate.
5.
Yeah, has to be 5. But there are some there are some other really good ones. So I've done a bit of a DBS list bench start.
Oh.
Travis Spoke, Sam Doherty, and Luke Bruce. The list bench start.
Well, the bias in me will start Luke Bruce.
Wow.
DeList Spoke. Bench Spoke and DeList. But Doherty. I think
Okay, Brodie.
Chase?
Oh, I'll go. I think you have to start Travis Spoke, bench Doherty, and unfortunately to list Luke Bruce. I'm sorry, Dean.
Yeah, I reckon I'm this. Oh, nah, I'm going to go start Boak, bench Bruce, D-list Doherty. Doherty, unlucky,
Two-time
but
All-Australian.
missed a lot of games throughout his career, unfortunately.
He has, but he was bloody good.
He
Travis
was.
Spoke body of work
His-
is
His
impossible.
prime
to ignore.
didn't last that long, though.
Bruce is such a unique player.
Yeah, I love Bruce. I know.
Untackleable, great at ground level, clinical.
Oh, Dino's.
Just, yeah.
Nah, I
Excited.
do really rate Bruce. I don't know. I just thought it was hard to put him over Doherty or Boak.
It's a tough role, that small forward.
Yeah. Oh, maybe you're convincing him. Maybe I bench Bruce and list Doherty.
27
I don't
goals in a
want to
row in
list Doherty.
2012.
Listing Doherty feels wrong. All right. So as I said at the start of the podcast, we're going to look back at
Is
some
that
of our
it for
predictions.
from the fans?
Oh shit, that was not it from the fans. Who was winning the Brownlow? Noah Matzner.
Jordan
Dacos.
Dawson.
I'm going to go Noah Anderson gets 3 against Essendon. Aiden Karp. Does umpiring need to be simplified? Example, sound rule, hands in back, ruck freeze, etc.
Yes.
No.
I think it does, but it's hard to simplify. It's a very grey area. And Laz said, should the All-Stars game be the same night as the All-Australian?
No.
No.
Yeah, no. But it is, I'm pretty sure, on Thursday night. Yeah.
Interesting.
And one's on Channel 7, one's on Fox Footy, so a bit of
Why do you see about
bit
it?
of riff and raff. So,
Riff and raff.
looking back at the predictions from our first episode, this is sacked or stay, the coaches. Michael Voss.
Sacked.
Stay. Michael Voss.
Sacked.
Stay. Sorry.
Come on, one of one.
Beveridge.
Stay.
Sacked. Really, Dean?
Yeah.
Matthew Nix.
Sacked.
Long.
Keep going.
Simon Goodwin.
Stay.
Stay. Justin Longmuir. Stay.
Ooh. Stay.
And Brad Scott. Sacked.
Stay.
Gee, so only
Beveridge could still get sacked.
Nah, he just signed though.
Oh, okay.
Surely not. So Goodwin was the only coach that's
You
been
didn't
sacked.
give us Ken Inkley.
You know, I did. I didn't include it in the clip because it was
Did we both get it right?
No.
it was after we knew he was
Yeah.
going to be the caretaker. So yeah, I mean, only Goodwin was sacked, and none of you said he was going to be. So quite a few wrong. This is from Stiglitz. Then you got one from Stigs.
Chrome to finish top 5. Did he write that?
Google Chrome. I assume Chrome, but
Yeah.
top 5.
Top 5. It's keeps us on our toes.
Good from Sigs. Gets
Very
the
good.
Chrome
Very
top
good.
5, which is a tough prediction. I mean, they were 16th last year, 15th.
15.
So biggest jump ever.
What
ever.
insider knowledge did he? Biggest jump ever?
Yeah.
I think so.
What was
Gee,
Collingwood and...
My voice does sound
Yeah.
different.
This is a Brownlow, which obviously hasn't been decided yet.
Could easily go Dacos, but just don't want to.
Okay.
I do have to get on board him. I drafted him last year, though. I'm going JHF.
On Francis.
Yeah.
Okay, I drafted him. You're in Francis. I'm going to go, Nick Dacos.
Thanks.
Yeah. Now, Obviously, you could do something
100%
different.
you said.
I'm very confident Nick Dacos will win the Brown, though. So, Dean, no Horn Francis. Brodie gone a safe Nick Dacos, and I've got 100%. So,
I said I would have gone Dacos.
Yeah, but you said Horn Francis.
yeah, we could have gone. You could have
What
gone
else
somebody
you got?
else. Coleman. Brodie unfortunately didn't contribute to this. But Coleman, Dean.
Tracy.
I'm going Ben King.
Well done.
So, well, not well done.
bad.
I didn't get it right, but
Close.
yeah, it's probably second. So not bad there. This is interesting. Top 4.
Oh.
Top 4, Dean. Give us your top 4.
I've gone Geelong, Hawthorn, Sydney, Brisbane.
I'm going
2 out
Port
of 4.
Adelaide, GWS,
Port
Sydney.
first.
What did I say? Sydney and Hawthorn.
Wow.
Say it again.
I've gone GWS. Hang on.
GWS,
Port
Sydney.
first.
Say Adelaide.
I've gone Geelong, Hawthorn, Sydney, Brisbane.
I'm going Port Adelaide, GWS,
Port
Sydney.
first.
Sydney and Hawthorn.
Wow. I've gone GWS, Fremantle, Brisbane, and Geelong. Is my 4. So Dean and I got 2 out of 4. Brodie Port first. Very interesting.
Did I? Yeah.
And
Wait,
this
no,
is,
it was in no particular order, wasn't it?
yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
Definitely
no, I'm
didn't
pretty
have
sure it was in order. I was in particular order. Risers and sliders. I've gone Freo, obviously, as my riser. They finished 9th. I've got them up to 2nd.
Yeah.
And my sliders are the Western Border.
Port and St Kilda to slide. And Adelaide and Gold Coast to rise.
Well done,
To
Dean.
fall, I've got Geelong. And to jump, got Gold Coast.
Well, Geelong didn't fall, but Gold Coast slight jump, hopefully. So not bad.
Not really.
bad.
They came 9th last year, didn't they?
I think they came like 13th or something. Freo is my flag.
My premiership was Sydney.
My flag is Geelong.
Dean doing well there.
Yeah.
I went Freo. Really bold call. Still a chance. And then Brodie, unfortunately, Sydney, no chance. So, not the greatest work, but it's bloody hard predicting what's going to happen.
You look at
Do they ever get it right, the analysts?
no one
there are
really
all
gets
these
it right.
experts out
Yeah,
there. They
expert
change their
analysts.
opinion every week.
Yeah.
So it's it's pretty difficult. Dean, any other predictions that we had made earlier in the year?
I predicted Sid Draper to win.
Oh yeah, the Rising Star. I feel like I missed that.
Which
Rising
I don't
Star.
even think he was nominated, so that's a good start.
Yeah, and I had Finn O'Sullivan, and I think Brodie,
Brodie.
you had
Ashcroft.
Levi.
And on the 26th of May, the Round 11 podcast, a fan asked who's going to miss the top 8 because the top 9 had formed then. I said GWS, Brodie said the Bulldogs, and Chase said Hawthorn with the D's jumping them at 8.
Oh, we're in good form. It was I got sucked in.
Oh, you missed out by 9 wins.
So,
I
could
think
be
we
right
won-
with
I
one
think
of
we
my
won one game
predictions.
after that.
Bulldogs to slide.
Yeah. Well, I said Bulldogs to slide, but then you said Bulldogs to miss the 8.
It was a
there.
big call then because they were looking good then,
Yeah.
and I remember there were a few people saying, "What's he on about?"
I still can't believe that they're not going to make finals. Like, I mean, they had like Richards, Bont, Darcy. How does that team like Libba? How do you not make finals?
So
with that?
underwhelming.
Even like Norton had a great season. Just
All their big guys
Fraser.
had great seasons.
Shall we move?
we can move. We're looking at the tips. So, is the tipping done? Like, are we?
How did Asher go?
Hasher?
Asher?
Oh yeah,
I think he
true.
came second.
No.
Is it so? Do you not include finals? I feel like you include
I
finals.
don't know.
Well, Noah Matzner won. Is winning our comp at the moment. So, do we declare him the winner, or do we wait until the grand final?
You're the admin. Can you check if finals count?
It does. Last year it does.
Oh, we'll count it then.
Yep. All right. So it's still on. It's game on for a few.
Tell us about round 24, Chase.
Round 24. What's going on? Oh, Dean, he wants to know what happened in round 24. I see you there, but not quite. Ian Roach with the 9 out of 9.
Ian.
Bang!
All right.
With a margin of 8. And then
Runners
one of
up?
our own, runners up, Dean for the win with 8.
Dino.
And I'm a second half of the year merchant in tipping.
Yes, Sonny Algin with 8 as well, and Dossa Karp 2. So really good from Dean. Dean, you've climbed up into the... Where are you?
19.
19, and is that Dad at
19s.
15th?
Yep.
So well done. And
Gina,
Gina, at
17.
17.
If I had the Hawthorn game, I would have got her.
Dean Jenner at 20, real family affair
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And pretty good. So
Wouldn't be Doss and Toss without it.
yeah, so Nadav, Giddy again, It's game on. We're counting finals.
I reckon the Giddies have to start doing some different tips.
Yeah, so
You're just not going to overtake him.
you
if
need some
go for the
unique ones.
favourite.
Yeah. Because it's been a one margin the whole time. I reckon they're tipping the same. So you need to take some risk here. And finals, it can go either way. So, Keen, thank you for listening. Anything else?
There's tips for Gold Coast v Essendon this week.
My God.
True.
And cups.
Can't forget.
So,
The
Peter Wright.
Adam Sard.
Good.
Yes, Sard.
Townsend? Yes.
Yes. Good.
The 3-team merchant.
Gee.
Wow.
Anyone else?
It's like it's automatic. Cup, find a player. Yes, good.
Good.
I feel like Matt Rosa played and then list manager now at Essendon, if you will.
No, I'm not going to will that.
Yeah, I don't even think you.
So let's tip.
Oh, Gold Coast by. It actually matters how much they win by, because it'll change who they play.
Going Essendon.
Fuck.
Let's make this game interesting. Watchable.
Gold Coast by 43.
I reckon we can shift the energy in the air and make Essendon win.
We need Dosso on the podcast.
I think it's a massive game for the awards, though. Noah Anderson and Matt Rowell both going for the Coaches Award, and potentially Brownlow.
I don't reckon either of them would be thinking about that, to be honest.
Nope,
First
they're
finals
definitely
appearance
not,
for
but I'm
both.
thinking about it.
I'm sure
So
you will.
Damien Hardwick has such a big influence in the Coaches Award. Or as does Brad Scott.
Yeah. Do you reckon he just gives like 5 to Anderson?
They might do that. And how does that...
Craig
we can
McRae
talk
would
about
definitely
this.
do that.
Talk about this another time, but Chase, your Coaches Award over Brownlow, but it does have its flaws.
It does have its flaws. It's not perfect, but it's much better. I think it's definitely much better than the Brownlow. But I'm keen for the Brownlow. I feel like it'll be a really tight count this year.
Yeah, I hope it is.
It could be. I reckon it's going to be a bit left field. Maybe like a Bailey Smith, who we thought was going to win and then kind of
love
dropped off.
to see him speak.
Yeah, or even like a Grundy or a. What if is Jeremy Cameron any chance or?
Nah, not as a key.
Yeah,
I don't think so. But yeah, Baz, if he wins the what if that Brodie you talked about, the conspiracy theory, did he get suspended?
yeah,
So
Yeah,
that'd be
true.
a good one to look into.
yeah. He has missed a couple games. All right, thank you for
All right.
listening. Appreciate the predictions. It wasn't great looking back on it, but hey, that's why we play.
It's good that
Why we don't
hold
get paid for it.
It's good that we hold ourselves accountable.
Yes,
I'd like
it
to
is
see
good
it more in the media.
Yes, the great accountability.
Dino's nice.
All right, cheers.
Peace.
Peace.